Hi, everybody. This is Benoran Stevo from Souls of the Damned.
742.
742, yeah, 742. So, we're getting ready to start up our Demon Souls playthrough.
Yes, we are.
Which,
We're gonna try.
Yeah, we'll see how well it goes. This is our first attempt at recording really anything. I just got on the new capture card and kind of testing it all out. Just seeing how it all works, which is rather exciting.
So you'll see all of our first screw ups.
Yeah, all
And our lasts.
all of the mess ups, because there will be, I'm sure, plenty. Because
God, yeah.
not only are we starting this sort of a thing, I mean, starting recording, but we're also playing Souls games.
Yeah.
So you're going to see all of the failings that happen with one of those.
Yep.
Now, if you want to kind of explain your kind of background with the Souls games, and then I'll probably do the same as we're kind of waiting for the trophy stuff to all set up.
Well, my background is this: I played Demon Souls for a little while. Thought it was hard as hell. Got my buddies into it, and we were gonna try to co-op it, and figured out that was the most complicated thing in the universe. So Demon Souls kind of sat there and never went anywhere with me. And then I met this big, gigantic idiot who was like, "Hey, you want to play Dark Souls with me? I'll play through it with you. It'll be all right." I'd be like, "Okay." So that's what we did. We played through Dark Souls together, and it had been out long enough because it was just earlier in 2015 or later in the 2015 when we started that connecting wasn't that big of an issue. And then once we got done with that, we got Dark Souls 2, and then I was addicted at that point and put in like 200 some odd hours in Dark Souls 2. And then he was like, "Hey, there's this awesome people on YouTube like Epic Name Bro and a German Spy and all these people who do sweet playthroughs. You want to try to do something like that with me?" Well, of course, because I'm addicted because our souls are damned.
Yeah. So the aforementioned asshole that everybody, that Steve was talking about here is me. I got into the Souls games pretty hard. I didn't get into the Souls games when they first came out. I actually, weirdly enough, when Steve originally was playing Demon Souls way back when, I thought it was too hard looking. I'm like, nah. And then years later, a few years before he got into it, as big as he is now, I got into Dark Souls, and then played. I never owned a PS3, so I never got a chance to play Demon Souls until just lately. Played through Dark Souls, loved it, played the hell out of it, beat it several times, and then moved on to Dark Souls 2 when that came out, beat that several times. Eventually bought a PS3, and did you want to talk about, Stevo, this intro thing?
It doesn't have a lot to do with it, so I wasn't going to. I was just going to let it go while we were kind of explaining where we were coming from. And then once we got to the actual character creator, or talking about the game.
Yeah, and this is kind of, other than really the only sort of motion that it has is the demon god, which is amazing. Yeah, that design is absolutely just off the charts awesome. But yeah, so yeah, if, this is Demon Souls.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, we started up a new account.
I'm going to read all of this.
No, please don't. Please don't. That would
I
be
am.
so boring.
I'm reading that fast.
Are you a speed reader,
Yep,
Steve?
yep. You see, this says accept. That says do not accept. We accept.
That's
what I read.
impressive. You read 2 lines of stuff that was 1 to 3 words.
Hey, okay.
I know that's also impressive.
We are also going to be played with the brightness up.
Yeah, unfortunately, because a lot of people watch these on mobile devices, it's generally
Max it, but I'll go.
yeah, probably about 8.
Yeah.
Is pretty good. But yeah, most of this
We
stuff.
don't want blood. Oh wait,
Yes, we love
we're
blood.
people.
Subtitles on
Always,
because for
always.
people. HUD brightness, that all looks good.
Oh,
Let's
say we never really discussed what did we want to name this guy.
I don't know. I mean, do you got any ideas, Steve-O?
I had to come up with the channel name. Come on.
Okay,
That's a lot of pressure.
Well, just from a role playing perspective, we can do. I mean, any number of. Come back to this and make the character like the way the character looks and everything like that. I'll start thinking of some names while you're doing all that. So male. What are you thinking for class?
Well, before we had started actually going to do this, or when we were still talking about doing this, and I started my own Demon Souls, and you started your own Demon Souls, and then we were talking about it. We made the exact same character, apparently.
Which was the Temple Knight.
Knight,
Although
yes.
it was kind of like making twin versions, because his was female, mine was male,
Yeah.
and so it was like we made.
Who both ended up with a longsword.
It's true. It's shocking because the longsword moveset and the same for the knight sword moveset is just absolutely phenomenal in Dark Souls and Demon Souls. Not Dark Souls 2.
No.
No, the Sunblade. That they did at least have that somewhere in the game, but it irritated me that they changed that quite a bit, because I love the freaking moveset, that one-handed thrust.
Mm-hmm. No, that got me out of a lot of. I do like the thrusting motions for some of the swords, and
you like thrusting motions, Steve?
I do. Yeah. It's good for the body.
Yeah.
But say maybe we should talking about this being a role-playing experience, and then
It's true.
we'll do our quarter flip, and then we'll also flip to see who goes first, because that'll start off, because like the evil guy is probably going to be more of a thief,
It's very true.
and then the other one would be a knight or soldier.
Okay, so one of the things that this is going to be kind of interesting that this Demon Souls playthrough is going to be doing, because there's two of us, obviously, we're only playing one character, but what we're actually going to be doing is whoever for the night is playing, we're going to flip a coin. Heads is going to be the good guy, tails is going to be the bad guy, and what that means is we're looking at it from like a role playing aspect, like say for like if you're playing a tabletop like Pathfinder or D&D, whatever, what have you. Looking at some of this stuff less from just a gamer perspective and more of like from the character's perspective. And so what we had the idea for was whoever that night is playing, and basically what we're going to do is swap out every time somebody dies. But what we do when we flip the coin at the beginning of the session, and then once we choose who's good and who's evil, whenever it's your turn to play, you get to make whatever choices, stat decisions, all that sort of stuff on your own. You don't have to, basically, you can screw over the other guy as much as you want, which I think will be absolutely hilarious.
It may end up at some point being impossible to finish this game.
It is very true. So, from that standpoint, do you so do you want to flip for who goes first, or do you want to?
No, we'll flip for good or evil, and then whoever goes first will pick their the class or whatever.
Okay.
So we'll go on you. If it's heads, you're evil. If it's tails, you're good.
Okay.
Which I've never actually played an evil character, so of course I get evil. All right. So that'll be interesting when it comes my turn, and now we'll flip to see who goes first.
It's true.
Heads, since you're good, will go first. Tails, since it's evil, I will go first.
Oh, lordy.
Heads.
Okay.
So the good guy gets to go first, so I'm handing over the controller, so he actually gets to pick the class, the gender, the name, and everything else. This was not a ruse in order to get me out of responsibility.
All the classes in Demon Souls are pretty interesting. But for this character, I don't necessarily like the halberd as a weapon, but I love the Mirrodin Knight, or the Temple Knight, the Mirrodin stuff, the armor. I like also that it has the heater shield, which is a 100% block shield to start off with, which is very important to me. As far as editing appearance, unfortunately, Demon's Souls has the worst character customization.
Well, it was the first game.
It is. Well, but it's not the first game that From Software ever made. It's just
true. Well, it was 2009, and for the PS3, I think they did all right.
Oh yeah. I mean, there are worse. There have been plenty of worse games out there. I mean, don't get us wrong. Demon's Souls is a phenomenal game. This is just a slight bash on the.
And you have to get. We're coming from the game we've played the most recently together was Dark Souls 2.
Scholar of the First Sin.
Scholar of the First Sin. So we had a lot of customization options.
And a lot of, and really just in general the graphical capabilities of that game comparatively is quite a bit different. So I'm gonna go with the whoa, that's a weird time. Forehead, nose size. Nope. I'm gonna go face proportions, vertical. No, that's holy hell. That's weird looking.
No wonder you're a good guy.
Why? Because he looks like friggin'.
He has no choice.
Yeah.
Who was gonna trust a guy with that looking face? He can't be bad. He's gotta be good.
It's true. That's the one thing is I really don't think I'm going to change much. I think I'm going to go.
I don't usually either.
Change a little bit, just change the choose the facing a little bit, and I think that's what I'm going to go with. Just change the hair slightly, change some of the coloration and whatnot. So I'm going to go with that. That is going to be our thing. And I had thought. We could do one last flip, Steve.
Right.
We could do your favorite Pathfinder character that you could choose the name for, and if basically heads you get to choose your favorite Pathfinder character, tails I'll get to choose. So
fine.
So flip it.
Tails.
Okay. So I will have to choose my favorite Pathfinder name, which actually works.
I was gonna say he's got a lot more characters than I do, so this actually is much better.
Yeah, to be fair, I did always. I've been playing.
You have to circle through to get the capitals.
Oh yeah, you're right. I see. That's the thing.
I know. Switching systems.
Yeah, I've always been an Xbox guy, so some of this is still a little bit weird to me, and I find it a little bit asinine. Like just this whole setup, the way that this kind of goes. So Tantheus, this is our starting off as a good guy, as a more paladin-like character. So let us rock out and see what this intro has to tell us. Yes, you're updating save data.
Are you sure?
Good for you.
Maybe it's deleting save data.
King Allant XII, by channeling the power of souls, brought unprecedented prosperity to his northern kingdom of Boletaria. That is, until the colorless deep fog swept across the land. Boletaria was cut off from the outside world, and those who dared penetrate the deep fog never returned.
Love the music.
But Valarfax of the Royal Twin Fangs broke free from the fog and told the world of Boletaria's plight. That the old King Allant had aroused the Old One, the great beast below the Nexus, from its eternal slumber, and that a colorless fog had swept in, unleashing terrible demons. The demons hunt down men and claim their souls. Those who lose their souls
Sorry about this, folks.
lose their minds. The mad attack the bane, and chaos reigns. Valarfax spoke of the enticing power of the demon souls. Each time the demon claims a human soul,
I love the artwork
the
for this whole
demon's
intro
own
part.
soul is invigorated by the life force.
That's
And the
background.
power of a mature
That'd be-
demon soul
yeah.
is beyond human imagination. The legend spread quickly. Mighty warriors were drawn to the accursed land, but none have returned. Bjor of the Twin Fangs, Yurt the Silent Chief, Sage Urbane, Skurver the Wanderer, the Sixth Saint Astraea and her knight Garl Vinland, and Sage Frake the Visionary. The colorless deep fog slowly creeps beyond Boletaria's borders. Humankind faces a slow and steady extinction. The deep fog will eventually swallow all lands near and far. But Boletaria has one final hope. A lone warrior who has braved
us.
the baleful fog. Has the land found its savior? Or have the
A new
demons
slave. Wait a
found
minute.
a new
I'm playing the
slave?
good guy.
Well, you're my slave.
So yeah, that's a pretty solid plot dump there at the beginning of this game. Executioner Meralda. I always liked that axe, but I always liked the look of it. I was just never a huge fan of the moveset.
So yeah, that's one of the reasons the last time I started this, I played a female character because of all the
Brave soul
gender-specific
who fears not death.
equipment, clothing, or whatever you want to call it, armor.
I shall guide you.
That's the first thing I went for.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I think I switched to some of the thieves skills just a little bit later, I think.
Yeah.
Which also needs to be said.
So that you
I
may
have not
lull
actually
the
beaten
old
this
one
game. I don't even think I've
back to
gotten quite
slumber.
halfway through it yet. So a lot of this, when it's my turn, is going to end up being new for me.
Or pretty darn close to blind.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna have to.
I watched a lot of stuff for Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 1 after I got into it, and then I was like, man, I haven't been back to Demon Souls with you. I never really watched a bunch of stuff for it. And he was like, when Bino over here was like, hey, let's do a playthrough. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to watch anything for it, because this will be even worse when it's me playing.
Oh, direct hit system. It generally works better. It works mostly just for halberds. I love this little area. I don't know what it was like originally intended to be. I like the look of it though. It's got a very like almost like Aztec sort of feel, just with like all the vines and stuff growing on it, and like that building over there. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but I really like the look of the architecture and whatnot.
Yes,
It's probably just a starting level that they use to propose like certain like aspects of the game to the investors and whatnot. But so yeah, I'm not a huge fan of halberds in general. I'm just not. By the way, that is actually a developer Phantom, as you can actually tell that because we're playing offline. Oh, we're not?
No,
Okay.
right now it's still online. I think unless you turned it off
I
while I was
didn't.
in the room. So yeah, this is still online.
Well,
so-
anyways, either way, that is actually a developer Phantom. I know this, because for one thing, you can see it happening multiple times in the same exact thing. But for another thing, it just is. Just trust me, it is. You never. That's actually it's kind of interesting. You can actually see the little group of guys that you're going to be fighting in like 2 seconds. Well, not 2 seconds. You got to go through a few more dudes, but anyway, you kind of head up here.
Oh, hey, look at
I know. Demon Souls, the game of ambushes.
I'm not wrong.
Yeah, don't ask me. It's after a while, this stuff like your brain starts rotting. Like after too many Souls games, you really start to hollow in real life. So
Yeah. become numb to the deaths. Be like, oh, I died. Oh well. Oh, I died another 12 times. I'll still win eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
Eventually.
Let's see.
Dreglings, and we are probably going to call these hollows.
Yes,
It's going to happen.
The both of us who mostly had our first first experiences with these games with Dark Souls rather than Demon Souls, so it will unfortunately always be hollows for me.
Yeah. I do. I think I kind of like Dregling better than Hollow, just from a word perspective. But I am also going to call them Hollows. It rolls off the tongue at this point quicker.
Yeah.
But I do like Dregling for some reason. It's got like a touch of hopelessness to it.
I don't know about you, but I want to open this up and go into this area of the game that is not even anything, because I'm sure right back there is absolutely nothing. There's just like...
Actually, that's the hidden boss.
I know, right? Like you have to kill all the bosses with your bare hands.
Yes,
naked, and then you have to start New Game Plus, and you can eventually go through that door.
Yeah, you had to walk backwards for the first tutorial area, though.
Yeah, it's true. Alright, Mr. Soldier. I'm hoping I don't make too much of a fool of myself with this game, but it is very, very possible. And
we're both going to make stupid mistakes. We're trying to comment, we're trying to play a Souls game, we're trying not to look like fools, which is generally the easiest way to end up with
like that. I just whacked my weapon, and I whacked my weapon off of there, and then I end up trying to push the guy like an idiot.
That is going to happen to me probably more than it happens to them. I hate it in Dark Souls 2. I hate it here. It just, oh man. Every time I always hit forward and attack at the same time, and it...
So this is probably a good point to bring up the differences in Demon Souls parry system. Demon Souls, actually, there are actually 4 different types of parries. You could see this time where with the Blue Eyes Knight here, my first 2 tries to parry him, they were unsuccessful, but they didn't take the full amount of damage. I got hit twice, and there's only a little smidgen of my health off. And then the third one was a successful parry, but there are actually 4 different types of parries in this game, which are successes and fails, which are just pretty self-explanatory. You failed, you take the full amount of damage, you were just far too early or far too late. And then there's successes where you did it on time. Then there are partial successes where you get the parry off, but you take a little bit of damage. And then there are partial failures where you take less damage than you would have if you just got hit by a normal attack, but you still you don't get the parry off. Come on, this guy is supposed to help you to see that one. I just totally missed it. And I love these guys because they have pretty much the same moveset as the Black Knights from Dark Souls 1, and those are my best, like, as far as like things to parry. I'm the best at parrying those guys because early game playing through that, that's what I ended up doing.
I suck at parrying pretty much everything. I'll be mostly, well, actually, since I'm playing the evil guy, be more of a rogue. We'll probably try to dodge through. Normally, I would just let them reflect off, dodge behind them, and do a backstab, or in some cases, walk behind them. So again, parrying, just not my thing.
Yeah.
Though this game, I do find it significantly easier than in other games. It's still not great at it, and I'd prefer not to die. Oh,
Epic crossbow, guys.
yes.
Sorry, that's an old ENB thing, which, for those of you who don't know who ENB is and are watching our video, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, stop watching us and go watch that.
Because
so much more.
Because
lore,
honestly,
so much more entertaining.
like there's so many people from the Souls community that are really above and beyond what the hell we're doing here. So yeah, if I'm pretty certain that you guys, whoever is watching these, are already fans of, say, ENB or German Spy or Vadi Vidya, any of those sorts of things, or those sorts of channels. You probably already know about all of that. So, alright, so Steve-O, since I'm actually going to be not trying to block this guy at all, and you know who I'm talking about,
I do.
I'm going to top off here. I'm going to see what sort of gear I can...
Equipped and keep fast rolling. I
Yeah.
understand. Though, is it here or is there one more door? Well, I guess either way. I honestly don't remember. It's been a minute.
I believe
since we went to the
it's here.
tutorial.
'Cause you could, well, I'll run up here and we can check.
Right.
Yep, he's right there.
Yep. This is the one.
I was pretty certain that this was him. So let's see.
There you
No,
go. Oh,
no, that's Fat One. So I wonder. Nope. So it's just the gloves. Or wait, what gives me more? Bumps me up to 60s. Yeah, so it'll be the gloves that do me a little bit better. And the reason I will be using a shield is this guy pretty much almost one-shots you no matter what you're doing, and it breaks your guard almost instantaneously. So it's just better off to not even try to.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of power behind that swing.
Yeah, a little bit. So I'm not going to talk here, Steve-O, so if you want to kind of do a slight explanation of this guy as I'm trying to concentrate to kill him.
Well, let me start by saying the first time I played this and came to him, I was absolutely positive he was meant to just kill you, because it takes you right to the Nexus. I was like, oh, it's just a story thing. But no, you just have to actually be a decent player in order to beat him, which at that time I was. He honestly has a fairly simple moveset. His windup's all big. The big AoE he does when he flies up and butt stomps down is really obvious. You can get out of the way of it. But again, it's that thing where it's kind of obvious, but if you screw up at all, you pretty much one-shot. Sometimes two-shot if you get like a partial dodge. But yeah, overall, I really like the way he looks though. It's just very Cthulhu-esque. Though I have to wonder, how does he actually fly? I don't even get that big body.
It's magic, Steve. You can explain anything away with magic. Yeah, as long as if it's fantasy.
It's soul power.
Yeah.
It's soul power. It's
I don't. He must have stepped on my foot or something.
Yeah. That does.
Ah, crap! I freaking ate the half of the grass.
Whatever it takes to win. And honestly, the only thing you really... Well, you know, I'm not sure. The only obvious thing you get from beating this guy is you get some grass and I think a couple upgrade materials, but you end up back at the Nexus anyway, even if you die, so it's not that big a deal. Though, the strangest thing, and I was playing offline, but I beat this guy when I started. And then I went to the Nexus, and then I went to Boletaria, and I went through and I beat Falmix, all good, died. Then I immediately went back into Boletaria, and I went down, and I was in pure light back to the altar.
Suck it.
Now in yours, you got busy the last time you did this, and you had died, and you went through 1-1, beat Falmix, came back, and Meralda was still locked. So I'm not so sure that this
Ray Demon Soul.
Ray Demon Soul. I'm not so sure that this isn't somewhere in Boletaria and shifts your world tendency if you die. Just from that alone, I could be completely full of crap. I could be streaming wisdom straight into your brain. That's probably not true. But anyway, that is my take and my reasoning behind it.
Jesus. For those of you who are wondering what the hell that noise was, it's that thing right over there. The Dragon God.
An apt name.
That's pretty PA.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, don't dragon punch me.
Not to you.
Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go up
around.
and then, or not up, down. Up, down, all around.
That's not a thing.
It's really not. It's just a spin. I don't know why I randomly roll while I'm running. It's like
I think
it's an old gaming thing. Like some games, I can't remember what it was. There was a game that literally made it like you were faster if you just ran around rolling everywhere. But
I'm sure there was some.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But because we said this was going to be more of a role-playing thing, what as your character is going through his mind while you're fighting the demon, and once you've been victorious?
Well, and the thing for this particular character is he came to Boletaria to help, to be the help that he could be, and that was actually the whole thing was Vanguard was basically the first in a long line of demons that he was going to be trying to basically slay in an attempt to basically free the people of Boletaria and kind of the standard good guy thing.
Right.
Now, I have a question to ask Steve, because this is
How
an
are you gonna-
unavoidable death.
It is. So how is the paladin going to confront this demon god?
You know what? He doesn't think he's going to be able to. He's just going to go all out. Yeah. He's going to suit up. Armor, suit up. Balls.
You ain't nothing, demon or dragon god.
Bring it on. Give me a dragon punch. I dare you. No way. You're really big. I forgot about that.
Hey, I think his tooth was bigger than you.
And dragon punch. And now that we are popped back into the Nexus,
Oh, does that count that it's a story?
it is, but it's still a death.
Actually, you know what? That traumatic event has now severed part of... What was your character's name again?
Tantheus.
Tantheus into...
You trying to think of another character's name?
Yeah, I was going to just take half of it. I'm like, Tantheus? I'm like, nah.
Oh, lordy. The Nexus.
Yeah, I really like the Nexus.
I do too.
I do. There's a lot of stairs.
Yeah, that is.
They could have made an elevator.
That's a thing. There are stairs, and lots of them.
Soul of the lost withdrawn from its vessel.
So. Yeah, this
Oh,
creepy.
I just noticed there's no
Strength be
subtitles.
granted so the
Oh, yeah,
world
that's kind
might
of
be
interesting.
mended.
Yeah, the super creepy goth chick is like all over us.
So
I
the
don't know what
world
the hell's
might be
going on. I think
mended.
she's into us, or I'm not sure what's the deal here, but
She's giving us soul power.
yeah. Well, Steve, I think we have enough souls now for you to go buy the weapon that you're gonna buy anyways.
Well, yeah,
This
probably.
is the
Yeah,
Nexus.
because the long sword
It
is.
holds together
The moveset's
the
just
northern
brilliant.
land
I
of
like it.
Boletaria.
I really do.
It really is amazing.
We're gonna shed some of this
Thou
armor
canst
now
not
because,
exit the Nexus.
Oh, and now.
Each of the 5 archstones will connect it.
Interesting. So, you've died, and the Nexus has trapped your soul. You cannot escape the Nexus.
Hey, look, those are non-developer phantoms of people.
of just running around like idiots.
I thought they were gonna jump off and die, but they were like,
Well, that's not high enough to even
"That's
die
true.
from.
You gotta go to the second."
However,
season.
by capturing demon souls, you can reclaim your physical body. The most useless thing in all of the game.
Yes,
Because
I don't
nobody
want that body.
nobody plays in barely anybody ever plays in freaking full body form. So other than to look cooler, because you just do. I don't really care who it is.
0.2 far over. Nope. Look at all the blood stains from people suiciding.
It's true.
But as I'm playing the more evil guy, he does not wish to return to body form because the fool paladin will retake, and he won't be able to get as much stuff as he wants, which is everything.
Well, you slipped through the fissure too, did you? You came for demon souls? Or to save this land?
Shut up, you
remembered
freaking
as a
crestfallen
hero?
bastard!
You're the good guy.
Well, you're playing the bad guy, so
Hunting
I'm
for
just,
demons?
I'm just voiceovering.
Even the good guy part of my brain doesn't like this guy. Apparently.
Go
No, I love
That is
Crest,
why
bro.
you came, is it
He's
not? To this
very good,
accursed
very
solitary-
solid, very solid piece, really.
You came for
Stand,
demon
stand
souls?
in. Yeah.
There's no profit.
Or to save this land and be It's all the same. You're just another prisoner of the Nexus.
Absolutely amazing.
Now, I'm going to
Well,
try to
welcome
not
here.
skip any of this, but
As
every once in a
long as
while
we
my
keep
thumb may just
slashing
automatically go
demons.
to it, because I have heard these before, so I apologize if any of that happens. I will try my best not to have that.
So we can hear all the dialogue and whatnot.
Exactly. Because, like, if this happens to be
here?
someone who's,
Do you hear from my
you know,
services?
first played this and wants to see
My
it all,
name's Baldwin.
which,
Just
anytime
an
I
ordinary
watch a video, I
blacksmith.
do. I want to see everything. I don't
It's
like
simple.
just skipping through it.
Just bring me
we
all
will
the
try to-
souls you can.
Baldwin.
Be quiet
Trade.
and
I'll give you weapons.
let you watch all
I'll
the
forge ones you
significant
already
scenes and
have.
dialogues.
With your souls, I can eke out a living. And with my weapons, you can go on living. Not a bad deal, huh?
Which, if you can't die, how can you go on living? You just become a soul.
Yeah, but apparently if you lose your souls too many times, you start going insane.
Are you calling my split personality insane?
Yes, absolutely, Steve.
No.
No, it doesn't look like the longsword is a...
Oh no, it's not. You have to go to that first guy in Boletaria.
Oh, yeah,
I
you're
already
right.
knew that. I was just gonna go through these
You're right.
real quick.
Just to see what all he
I'm not
sold
worried
and
about
whatnot.
that.
I don't think he sells, let's see.
Oh, did you want to look?
No,
Yeah,
I can tell
actually,
you.
if you
Yeah,
just
no
want to... if you just... Actually, you know what? No, because you look through it. You're the guy who's
It's simple. Trade
doing
with
your
you.
thing anyway, so...
No, I can tell
I
you.
do like me some Stockpile Thomas.
Yes.
I'm Stockpile
No.
Thomas. When the
I'm
scouts
the
came,
bad guy.
I didn't
He
know
won't
what
be
hit
getting
me.
the item that we're
When
gonna
I came
pick up.
to,
That's if
I
you
found
survive, you
myself here.
bastard.
Yes,
in the
this is
Nexus.
true. That's if I get all the
My
way to the
wife
Shrine of
and daughter
Storms,
fell
Crimson Crows,
victim to the
before I
demons.
die and he takes over.
Because you know your OCD
But I
is
would
going
be
to kick in,
worthless in
and
battle.
you're
Honestly,
gonna try to fight the
I
Red
would be
Eyes
happy
Knight.
to
Oh,
lighten
I
your
told.
load.
Oh, yeah, shit, that's right. I'm going to die to him. I'm
Nexus
sorry,
bandits.
guys. That was complete bullcrap of me. I will die to the Red Eyes Knight.
When the scourge
It is
came,
inevitable.
I abandoned
I'll
my
fight
wife
him
and daughter
just like this.
and fled like a madman. When I came to, I was in the Nexus.
Yeah, adventure out.
I haven't dared
I used
venture
to do
outside
that.
these walls
I
since.
took an arrow in the knee.
I wish I could do
Yeah.
more, but I am
At least
ignorant
he's
of
a
the
little
world
more
beyond
honest.
these
He's like, yeah, I'm a
walls.
coward.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I left my wife and daughter. I'm kind of a bastard, so yeah, just don't do anything. I'm gonna
Rest
come all the way back to the
assured,
Nexus
Kevlar.
just to get my effing armor. You turd!
That is what
Best of
the
luck.
main point of this freaking playthrough is going to end up being.
It's like screw your neighbor in video format, like in gaming video format. Were you going to talk to any of the faith or the magic peoples?
Actually, that's a good idea. Usually I don't, just because I know they don't have a lot to say before you actually go to Boletaria and you unlock some of the other ones. I swear she was over there, but maybe it's on the other
It
side.
doesn't look like she starts over here yet.
Maybe it's on the other side.
Maybe it's not till.
Maybe it's not until you go through Boletaria. Who knows?
It's very
We'll find
possible. Yes, we will test.
out. 'Cause yeah, she's over here. Then the other, the mage guy.
Oh my. How has this happened? Has God abandoned us for failing to show proper respect to King Alant?
Like this woman sounds like she really true love. Yeah, that's exactly what she sounds. Except for it's not true love. It's just like true humping. Like whatever freaking. Like
Yeah.
she needs to have some of what. Just because True was in my brain, like what Woody Harrelson was getting in True Detective.
We should probably go ahead and read the descriptions. A huge stone castle in the heart of the northern kingdom of Boletaria.
Hungry soldiers whose souls have been stolen by demons attack trespassers, and terrible dragons nest there. It's a pretty cool looking picture.
Yeah.
like
I love the archstones too.
Yeah, the archstones are very, very cool. I wish they had had time to finish, Strava of Boletaria. Oh, you bastard. Are you going to kill him and take his gear? You bastard.
I'll die before I get to him. Red Eyes Knight is before him.
you're gonna try to fight the Red Eyes Knight.
With a halberd, which actually, you know what? I might go forward and grab the longsword before I do that.
Which
because
means you will. Yeah, but
I might still die.
Coming
Don't get me
back will
wrong.
be a giant pain.
Yeah, that's true.
I love how heavily fortified. Like, this is like an impenetrable freaking fortress here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Boletaria, you just are not gonna break through this. It doesn't matter what you do; it's just not gonna happen.
Down there, we can see where we're gonna fight Meralda eventually.
That is a
got a
lot
light
of
snack.
bodies. The first time I played through this, I played it on a really tiny TV, and I couldn't tell a lot of the details. I thought he just had like a jarbled like arm with like tentacles and crap like that. And then I realized when I played it on my bigger TV, it was like that's not what happened. It was a mouthful of bodies, which is awesome. Which is so much more awesomer.
Oops. I'm going to hit the wrong buttons too, people, so just get used to it. Foolish gods.
You know, you should really have faith, Steve. It's good for you.
My faith shall be in the magic conjured by my own fingers.
That's all I have to say. Alrighty.
Oh, man, halberds are weird.
Yeah, but they got a lot of reach.
They do.
Backstab.
Ah, that does happen.
Backstab.
You know, I should just bought the dagger.
You know,
It's
it's
really
true.
did for this character, but
You might as well have.
it's
good
so
for
small.
It's good for parries and backstabs.
It is, and that's honestly the backstab is kind of going to be his go-to, but I didn't want to spend the souls needlessly because it does have such small reach.
Yeah, that is very true. But I do
See,
enjoy
why can't I just walk over and drop down and go
Yeah,
kill her now? Or
see-
die to her, I mean.
video games.
Yeah, exactly.
Video games, Steve. Because like anybody in real life, although that's just about as bad as the part Dark Souls 2. Freaking, they're on the Shrine of Winter when you can literally climb over a pile of rubble. Rubber.
I don't think they had rubber.
It's a pile of tires, Steve. No,
Yes. It's the burning tire fire.
I love The Simpsons, but it was that pile of rubble where you could basically just climb over it and get to the second half of the game from like instantly. Nice parry.
And then I didn't get to
nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
he still died. I'm alright with it.
it's true.
Oh!
Because you still got the
almost.
counter strike damage.
Exactly. Failure.
Bam. Backstab. You're just backstabbing everybody, Steve.
Yeah, this portion is just going to be called backstabs.
Yeah.
Why not?
Oh, lordy. Let's see.
Wow, you took a long time to jump. Bye. Man, I kind of wish you were playing this part just because I know you want redemption for this right here.
Oh my god. So
watch now, I'll die to it.
So the other night, yeah, because you're stuck in the. So the other night we were doing a little bit of testing on our recording stuff, and we were just kind of running around, and we were just figuring out what we wanted to play and how we wanted to play it and stuff. And I rolled into the effing pit twice and died twice.
And then I ran forward and died to the Red Eye Knight. And then I don't know if you saw it, but I just shoved that one Dregling down that hole.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
And it was entertaining, I won't lie.
Yeah, because you tried for like 15 minutes to do that.
Oh, yeah, it took forever.
You just can't punch it.
Yeah, that seems entertaining to me.
Yeah.
I was just This is gonna be a lot of us having fun.
Yes. We with these games, it's not gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be as in depth as we can possibly make it, but it's not gonna necessarily be like a. It's not gonna be like a 100% all items run, all lore, all everything, because these games are so vast that and so in depth that it's almost impossible for any one person. Now, if you are looking for something like that, I would suggest German Spy's Demon Souls In Depth, because that is insanely in depth. It is. I mean, he goes through so much information. It's shocking. It's like an encyclopedia for Demon Souls.
So in depth, you'll lose your girlfriend.
Yeah, it's true. Because it's like 50 hours long as well.
So if you play the Souls games, you probably already watched them.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. what is this? The Mailbreaker, I believe.
Yep.
Which is a little rapier thing. If you wanted to try that out, I didn't know for this character.
Well, man, actually, yes, I don't particularly like the moveset, but this character, which no, it doesn't even have the bonuses to parries.
No, it does not.
No armor, skills very easily parried. Yeah. Nah.
Yeah. Well, you're
Bad.
firebomb to the face.
And there was my first push fail because I was trying to attack.
It's true. Well,
There's gonna be a lot
forward.
of this. There's gonna be a lot of this. I would apologize, but I don't.
Like that dude's like just staring at you. Like he didn't do anything. Like he has fire bombs. He could have done that, but like for some
What are you
reason.
gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna
Stop pushing me, dick!
And there are no drop attacks, which... Wow, I
Yeah.
actually fell down. Oh, come on. See? That's why I don't like Alberts.
Oh lord, yeah, for stuff like this, yeah, because they're
I've got a lower plane.
Because Demon Souls doesn't have any jumping mechanics or dropping mechanics. Where I mean, you can drop on them, they do a little bit of damage for some reason. I don't really know why, but
Your foot. See, I suck at parries, guys.
ooh, that was
Actually, so I don't get firebombed from above.
it's true. It's a good idea. Whoa,
That's a first.
that was I've seen them do that before, but it's very few and far.
I have not. That was surprising. Redeemed.
There you go. That dude just standing still for some reason. So, oh, he's trying to throw more
Trying to
bombs,
firebomb.
but- Backstab.
In the air.
Yeah, it's true. You guys are both levitating. I love that. He was like 4 feet in the air when he died.
Oh, yeah.
That's
It's good
just
times.
That's just too much.
It's awesome times, guys.
Ooh.
Oh.
Backstab.
You see, that is what I love about Demon Souls, and I think Dark Souls had it as well. The invincibility frames you get in a backstab.
It's true. Dark Souls 2, they got rid of a lot of the...
Which
the
I
invincibility
failed to
frames
take
for-
advantage of it at that point, but that is what I was going for. Oh, I
Man,
should
you're
shut
just, your post is just a little bit... The timing's a little bit off. It's
Yeah.
but it
See, guys, I suck at parries.
That was a partial failure.
See, that's actually why I'm doing this, to demonstrate there's 4 different types.
Yeah.
That's why I'm screwing.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. I'm sure everybody believes that you're failing on purpose.
Hey. My show failed.
You're trying to get him out of the room so you can actually...
No.
Off the cliff.
Bye.
Oh, Lordy.
Oh, that made me feel better. I won't lie.
Yeah. I can imagine so.
Got me some more hand. And we're not going to try to conserve grass. We're going to use the crap ton out of it. Then later you'll probably hear us yelling at each other, well, if you wouldn't have used it, I
true.
could have beat that boss.
Yeah.
Sword.
I'm surprised you grabbed it because you're not going to use it with your version of the character.
Well,
tonight.
my character doesn't know what it is,
It's true.
right? So he went down and saw it. He's thinking, I can sell this.
He's
for
just greedy.
souls.
He's
Exactly.
He's a greedy little bastard. He's like, shiny
Exactly.
squirrel.
Shiny squirrel.
Yeah.
I like it. Frickin'
Stabbed in the back
crossbow,
by a crossbow. Yeah, crossbow guys. You know who I hate almost as much as crossbow guys?
Spear guys.
Spear guys. Effing spear guys.
I hate spear guys more than crossbow guys. I won't lie. Spear guys wrecked me the first time I played this game.
Yeah.
I mean, badly.
Especially if you don't have a 100% block shield.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you do, sometimes they could just be a pain.
Mm-hmm. Right. Oh well. No. Now, for the interest of time, I'm just gonna go ahead and die to the Red Eye Knight, and then instead of trying to go forward, getting the longsword and coming back and giving myself a fighting chance. So this is where
You should see what happens, Steve.
this is where that's gonna happen.
just do it up. See, you got 100% block shield this time, though.
That's true, but my weapon is...
Yeah. It's
Oh,
okay.
actually,
You'll survive.
think about it. The actual best strategy is to stay close for this guy.
Yep.
Which I was failing at horribly.
Yeah,
last
the other
time.
night.
I was like, no, I need to get behind him. It's like, no, if you just get up and circle strafe, you'll you'll be fine.
Yep, because he starts trying to attack you, and then you have.
Yep, if you
plenty
go
of time
right
to
to
do
where
that.
his back leg is, that is the sweet spot for the freaking
Just
backstab.
Just
in
don't
Dark
let him
Souls.
grass.
Exactly.
Ooh, block that one.
Yeah, he does that.
You know, that's an interesting concept that they decided to do in this. Well, in all the Souls games, is even enemies that have shields that have 100% block. If you get it, oh, dude, that sucks. Even if they have 100% block shields, they still take a portion of damage, which is kind of an odd thing. It makes me wonder.
Well, I think a lot of weapons do a little different types of damage. So it's not all 100% physical sometimes, which I know, like we were screwing around with the
well, like
Falchion.
this is a halberd. This is
that's
100%.
true, that's true.
This is 100% physical.
Get back over here.
I mean,
so I can circle around here.
that's the thing is it
Crap.
Oh,
That was a bad roll. Like I
was
said, I
too
usually
bad.
die to him on the first try, especially with a halberd instead of a longsword or any kind of sword.
But you were doing pretty good though.
I was. I shouldn't have tried to roll. I should have just walked. I thought I had time.
But
Because he has, I swear, he uses that as a lance. Because he can do that freaking, like...
that downward...
he does a thrust, and then he, like, charges with it.
yeah.
Because we were seeing that the other night. So, here the paladin mentality has retaken our character. And he realizes temporarily...
Where the hell is my armor? Alright, well, I don't have my armor, but I do have, at the very least, the symbol of the Talisman of God, which, for the, I will actually read the description.
Oh,
Metal-crafted amulet which resembles the symbol of the God, used to cast miracles. You use miracles, the following must be read. That's all pretty standard stuff. I mean, it just kind of explains the how miracles work. Which is actually more description than you get in any of the other Souls games as far as like how to cast magic.
Yeah, when I first was... Shoot.
I know, it's terrible tonight. I don't know what the hell's going
I
on.
was gonna say, you've been over here quite a bit recently, and it's never been an issue.
It never has been. I don't know what's going on.
It's getting warmer out.
Yeah. Apparently hay fever.
Yep, the paladin is apparently allergic. So,
Yeah.
things may be in the thief's favor.
Apparently. But as you can see, these Dreglings still are no match for the Paladins. Apparently. Yeah. Let's see. Stuck on that. See, that's the thing. The halberd it takes a little bit more timing, a little more practice to get the timing down. It's good. It is good for certain instances, but it can be a pain.
Yeah, I've never used it in any of the Souls games. The moveset just never appealed to me.
Although what's funny is halberds were never actually used like this in real combat, because a halberd, like, that wouldn't almost do any good.
I was gonna say, like, by the time your arm did anything with that,
Actually, halberds are two-handed weapons.
Yeah.
I mean, this is actually much more like, I mean, stuff like that, and that's actually really what the standard moveset for a halberd would actually be like. Is you have the chop from the axe head, and then you have the thrust. But video games.
Yeah, exactly. You like how my character specifically didn't open the shortcut for you?
Yeah.
I thought about it for time-wise, but I'm like, he wouldn't do it.
Demon Souls lock on. Terrible.
Interestingly enough, down that hole is Meralda. In white or black tendency.
Yeah, depending on.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she's there in both tendencies,
Yeah.
but it's she's there more, or like in one form or another. Dragling, suck on my balls.
Camera angle.
I know.
Which I love it. Isn't it your favorite part?
No, it's really not. It's, yeah, I mean,
I thought it would be right up there.
backstab.
I love the brutality of when it just locks onto them and like it goes into the animation. It's just awesome.
Yeah, of dark or of Demon Souls, Dark Ones, backstabs.
Yeah. Which not the Dark 2 wasn't brutal. It just you end up missing them so often because they have the time to react. You can start the animation, then they literally walk away.
I forget. I forget, Jesus. I forgot.
You know, yeah, I was gonna say, well, you might be able to have enough for your two-handed. Yep.
Yeah, actually, what was I doing?
I was say hit. I was gonna say Y, but triangle. It'll bring up your equip load.
Yeah, just do a little bit of testing. There we go. Yeah, I'll screw some stuff up.
Nice. Not quite. Wow, not quite a puzzle.
No, but it's all good. I'll make do.
Yeah, these guys aren't really much. Once you know their positioning, that's honestly the hardest part of these guys. Knowing where the fire bombs are going to come and when. Like that one.
Yeah, I know, right?
Nice.
Oh,
good dodge. Oh. Close.
yeah, it really was. There
Yeah.
was a very sloppy attack. It did not. It was not going to end up doing me well if I missed. I just wanted to make sure he didn't accidentally drop down this time.
I'll say that was new. I don't ever remember seeing that. But you know, pathing being what it is. Oh wow! I really thought you were going to roll.
Generally, I've actually tested that about half a dozen times, where it's you go.
Oh, you know where to save to roll.
Yeah, it's basically if you're up against this wall at this angle, you're safe to roll. Although that bastard fell off with something.
Oh, so I'm not the only one who's greedy.
Hey, moongrass, dude.
Hey, I totally agree. Gotta have that grass.
The paladin doesn't have that much healing capabilities yet. So
He'll never get it. The gods will abandon him. Because it's a Souls game.
it's true.
In fact, you'll probably meet your god and have to kill it because it's a demon.
Yeah, well, that depends on the interpretation, because there's a lot of things that will show that God put the old. Well, that's a little bit late game sort of material, so we'll deal with that when it comes.
Come on, go beat the Red Eye Knight and prove me a bad player. Oh wow.
Yeah, it's not much.
Look at that. Not quite enough stamina to finish him off, though. And now can't believe he didn't grass.
Yeah, I can't.
Realize Knights do all the time.
Apparently 3 hit points
was enough. Yeah.
Yeah, enough to do that. So I'll go through. Yeah.
Hey, Bloodsnake.
He was probably having people trail him? I don't know.
Very well could be. Or he came down here and then went back up and didn't realize they had followed.
Yeah, that's true.
Things follow you farther than you expect in this game.
Yeah, they really kind of do.
Oh man, I remember the first time I fought the Red Eye Knight, I was like, nope. And then I went back for a second time, I was like, really nope. And I just started trying to run, and he follows you a long way.
Demon Soul Pattern. It's amazingly fun to manipulate.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oop, that was awesome. I thought he was going to jump further and push a little bit further in, but apparently I was wrong.
Oh, you're waiting for him to push further in?
Yes, Steve. You filthy, dirty scoundrel.
There's going to be a lot of those jokes too.
It's true.
So if you're offended, keep watching, because we want you to be.
We like offending people.
Yes, that's right. Nice.
Bam.
And
Kick off. That was some
good.
straight 300 sort of.
Oh yeah.
Sort of stuff.
Oh, ballsy. Nice.
Well, paid off for those two. It did not. Well, it eventually paid off him, but. So.
A good horizontal swing is worth a lot in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in any Souls game.
Yeah, it really kind of is. Cling ring.
Handy.
One of the most powerful items in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Old ragged set, which is something we can't use on this character. Female only. Robe made of layers of ragged fabric. It's covered with tears, unsightly open seams, and numerous unsightly insects wriggling within it. No sane person would dare to wear something like this.
So is that insinuating only females are insane in this game?
You know, from
It's
software.
female only.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know from software. I mean, what are you trying to tell us?
See, I don't like that either. When you pick up stuff, it automatically equips it in your slot bars. That has been the death of me. Is you switch by accident.
Oh, and so if for those of you who are wondering what the Cling Ring did that I just put on, you will see now that my maximum HP went from half to I think it's 75%.
I think so.
Which
Approximately.
basically, even in soul form, you're still at 75%. It basically limits the amount of loss that you can have with a character while you're playing. So let's go see what I can do to Mr. Red Eyes Knight. And no, I'm not going to try to fight him with the freaking bastard sword because...
Oh, come on.
No.
I used my weapon, the weapon I didn't want to use.
Yeah, but I'll use the halberd. I don't really want to use the halberd, but I'll
That's a
still
good
do it.
point. That's a good point. Oh, did you put on the thief ring too?
I did get...
Oh, no, you didn't get it yet. I'm sorry. My bad.
No, if you get the thief ring behind Alstrava.
You're right, you're right.
So... Halberdo. It sounds like a Mexican name, Halberdo. I don't know why. I don't know what the hell that was.
Alberto or Papito?
Your thing.
Both? Oh,
I
think that was from South Park.
The way you said that.
If I remember right.
It's too much. Come on, Mr. Knight.
Or, what is this? From, Family Guy, Diabito?
Oh god, the little freaking
Yeah.
obese, like, Mexican child.
Yeah. Good times. Nice block.
Do not try to parry him because I am super bad at parrying spears for some reason.
Oh, man, I thought you had that.
Thought I did too. Come on.
See, that was me. I should have just led him back in here like I wanted
Come
to,
here.
but I got impatient.
Come on, senor.
There you go.
Now I kick him up against the wall. F.
Yeah, but he'll move out, or he'll grass, and then you can knock him out of it.
Yeah, I didn't knock him out of it enough.
I see that, but that's all right. You got this. Ah. There you go. There you go.
Stab.
One more. Should be nice.
Suck it.
And he has been slaughtered.
Actually, I wonder what he dropped. 'Cause he can
New moon.
New moon. Nice. Because he can actually drop the knight's gear, like the knight's shield and knight's sword, which would be an awesome drop
yeah,
for this
it
early
really
in the
would.
game. Either one of those things, but definitely the knight's sword.
Yeah, I think I've always gotten the grass from him.
I think it's a pretty rare drop,
Yeah,
but it's on the off chance that you do get it, it can carry you through quite a bit, actually. It's pretty
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
Alrighty, so let's see. Now it is time for entering boss fog. No,
Yeah.
not boss fog.
Fog of the boss.
Alright, let's see. Strava, I'm going to help you out in a minute. Which,
You're gonna help him out right now.
Apparently, god dang it.
You're the paladin instincts, man. You couldn't leave a soldier behind.
It's true. I'm not going to put on the thief ring. I don't think that's something that this character would really do.
That's a good point.
He's more about.
He likes to announce his presence.
It's true.
That was a bold jump. A surprise indeed. Well, now that you are here, pray thee, fend off these dreglings.
That's a pretty nice looking sword and shield and some really nice armor. Why do you need me to fend off the draglings?
What's a sword?
Yeah, what's going on here, Strava? And no, I'm not going to backstab him and do all that shenanigans.
Oh, come on. He needs to at least fight a couple of these. It's good for the soul.
Yikes, that was terrible.
Yeah.
And I rolled. Jesus, that was the most embarrassing death. The most embarrassing death.
That is unfortunate. That is
Well,
unfortunate. Strava, nice to meet you.
yeah.
See that?
Okay. Alright, folks, well, we are going to end the episode here after that absolutely terrible, just awful death there. One of the dumbest deaths, and I can 100% say that it was the fault of the halberd. I hate this weapon.
Yeah, it's not good, but we're very close to the merchant that sells the longsword.
Yes, we'll
have to go down and get our souls back to afford it, but that's alright.
Yeah, very true. Alright, folks, well, we will see you all on the next one.
Yes, we actually...
Well, you do have this controller now, Steve.
I do. Generally, we were going to go with the Bao, but it's the evil character. So, he is very excited to be back in control. So...
Just suck on that.
Right. And we will see you guys next time.
Peace out.